Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today. Well, it started out as a drugstore haul, but now it's pretty balanced. I have some drugstore, I have some mid-range, and I have a couple of what I consider luxury. So I'm going to jump right in. I told y'all in another video I ordered the Buxom White Russian. Kind of lightens whatever you are already wearing. I'm going to hold it up in case you haven't seen it. Right there. Beautiful. Just a real pale pink. Used that this morning over my smoky rose, and I love this. I love the Buxom glosses. I heard somebody say during the Ulta 21 day sale, they're getting Buxom glosses for 10 bucks. I'm going to load up. Then, y'all, Milani Luminoso. I heard on somebody's channel, somebody was talking about this being a dupe for the Coralista. Well, I have Coralista, and I'll tell you what I think about Coralista. I love it, but I'm going to show you. I love my Coralista so much, but I've only used this, I swear to y'all, about 10 times, and I was like, what the heck? That runs out so fast. My Rockateur, that has lasted me. This is not lasting. And I paid $29.99, I believe, for it. $30. Let's just call it $30. So when I heard about the Luminoso, I was like, okay, I'm going to try that. It's what I have on today. The sheen on this, it has kind of gold. Almost feel like I'm putting on a highlighter at the same time. It's beautiful. This will replace my Coralista because this ran out so fast. I love it, and I love Benefit blushes. But this I paid $10 for, which I consider that kind of pricey for a drugstore, but I expect Wet n Wild prices when I'm at the drugstore, and that's just not the case anymore. So if you've been wanting to try the Coralista, didn't want to spend the price, or using the Coralista and still don't want to, if you can replace it with something cheaper, why not? Okay, let's talk about concealers. I have a drugstore, and I have an upper end concealer. I'm going to start with the drugstore one. I tried if you've been watching me, I love concealer, and I like coverage on my concealer. And the first one I tried was Revlon Youth Effects, which I've heard mixed reviews about this, but I thought, well, I'm going to try it because I like the sponge applicator, like is on the Age Rewind. So was super excited to try this, and I put on my matte Prep and Prime underneath it. This did not cover enough for me. If you want a medium coverage, that's what I consider this. On me, over MAC Prep and Prime, this did not work. I didn't even get through the day with it. Life is too short not to have a good concealer on during the day. But this story ends well. I'd heard good things about the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So picked this up and fell in love. I love this. It is very different from my Shape Tape. I feel like this covers, I want to say almost as well as my Shape Tape. It's thinner. I feel like I have nothing on with it. It lasts well through the day. Hang on, I'm going to clean off my hand. Okay, it wears well through the day. Feels like nothing on under my eyes. I have this in fair neutral, light neutral. I'll link it. Super nice, covers well. When I do touch up, which I touch up habitually with my concealer, at least once during the day, this, I can touch up over this real nice. It is super nice. I will keep the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I'm going to go to primers. I've been wanting to try the Milk forever. I have a luxury. I consider this luxury, y'all. This was pretty expensive. No, it's probably not luxury. It's probably mid-range, but it was $39, I believe. Been wanting to try the Milk forever, the Blur Stick. Picked this up. Also picked up the NYX. I'd heard good things about the NYX primers. So went at a drugstore, and then I had already ordered this. Okay, I'm going to show it to you on my hand. You've probably all seen this, but if you haven't, this does exactly what it says. It blurs things out. Now, I will tell you, it's good I'm showing this on my hand because I got stuff on my hand. But on my face, I've been through Iboshi, so my markings on my face are super light. Like, I can cover those real easy because of the Iboshi and the tretinoin. So what I use this for is to blur out shadows because all my filler down here is gone, so I have shadows. And so I'll use that. I think it really helps with those. And up around here, I'll use it. And then a couple of times I was like, yeah, I see stuff to blur, so I'm just going over my face with it. This is super nice. If you have markings that, you know, like sunspots or freckling, it blurs everything out real nice. Kind of like a filter. This is kind of like an Instagram filter on your face. It's super nice. And then, y'all, I'm sorry I'm wordy. I'll probably edit a lot of this out. Okay, the NYX Shine Killer. Love this. When I use this, I swear it cuts my powder down to a third, a fraction of what I normally use. It's a very, okay, I have it over here, slick, probably silicone-y, does not take much. And I have been, if you haven't been watching me, I've been using the Mattifying Makeup Forever one, and I love this. I love this better. This works better on me than my Makeup Forever. If you want a good drugstore primer, try the NYX. Okay, then I'm going to go on to a foundations and a sunscreen. I'm going to start with the sunscreen. This is a luxury, I consider a luxury, or mid-range, Shiseido BB with a 50. A sweet subscriber told me about this Shiseido, and then another subscriber came on and commented, I love that. So picked this up, and I love it too. This, y'all, this is a tinted sunscreen. I would call it a medium coverage on me. When I used this the first time, I didn't use any foundation over it. This is going to be fabulous for the summertime when you don't want to look overly made up. I'm going to float a river this weekend. I'll be having this on. So thank you to my subscriber that recommended this. It's super thin. I'm going to show y'all. Super thin, and then just has a nice coverage. I got this in medium, I think. My subscriber told me which color to get to. I love y'all. Oh yeah, it's medium. I love my Dr. Jart. Love it for under makeup. But in the summertime, this is greatness. Then I'm going to go next to a luxury. I didn't realize how much I spent on this. I think it was almost $50. The Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder. I used this before I found all my good primers, and I love this. I think I heard about this on Brianna Stanko's channel. I have it in Bare. Doesn't take much. I would say, I'm going to call this a medium coverage, but buildable. It's thin and then dries down immediately to what feels like a powder. You just feel like you've nothing on with it. If you've been wanting to try this and you like a powder foundation, this is a liquid to powder. Super, super nice. I love it. Okay, sorry about the hair and clothes change. I needed another day with a couple of products. And I didn't realize it until I started taping that. So the one I really wanted another try with was the Paradise. Got the Paradise in. Can't remember if I told y'all the same day I got the Buxom White Rush, and I was super excited about this. And then I tried it and was really underwhelmed with it. And I thought, okay, that many people cannot be wrong. So I used it again this morning and fell in love with it. I get the hype. But I really loved this. I'm not going to talk about it that much because everybody's been talking about it so much. I'm kind of late to this party too. But I'm going to show you my eyelashes. What I personally loved about this, I put it on and it kept building and building and building, just as good as my Better Than Sex. And then went to the gym and came home and could not help myself. I had to put on another coat of it. I've got like 6 coats of this stuff on. So I'm going to get close and let you see on mine. You know, I know you've seen it 1,000 times, but I think those look as good as my Better Than Sex. I do. And I'm really shocked because yesterday I did not like it. But today I really did. And then wanted to talk about eyeshadows. Found a couple. A NYX Smoky Fume or Fume. Y'all, this is super nice. The only thing I don't like about this is that it has some shimmers in it. And I don't wear shimmers. I just don't. I like matte. Matte face, matte lips, matte. I like matte. So this has some shimmers in it that I can't use. However, I love this. Y'all, I'm loving navy. I also love that gray. This like a taupe. That's like a true taupe. I loved this NYX palette, and it did a great job on my eyes. I have the navy on today, but it's mixed with some other stuff. But I'm using this. Like, I picked it up on a normal day, not because I was doing this video. I just really liked it. And then I'm going to do one that I did not like, so I can end on a positive. Picked up a Wet n Wild. This is the same grays and... Well, got this home, and I love Wet n Wild, but got this home and did not enjoy this. There's too many shimmers that I didn't know about that are in this. And yeah, these are all shimmery, but I'm going to swatch them in case you like a shimmer. Because y'all, Wet n Wild prices, you can't beat them. They're still so drugstore. I expect every line to be Wet n Wild prices, and they are just not. It's pretty expensive. Look at that pigment. Now, I'm going to tell you, though, I did try to wear this, even though they were shimmery, and I made a mess on my eyes. I don't know if it's because I don't know how to do shimmers, because I never do them, but that pigment just didn't seem to transfer to my eyes. But, you know, you're looking at a couple of dollars to try that. So if you like these colors, this is the, hang on, Tunnel Vision, and y'all... I've ordered a magnifying glass because I'm so tired of going, yeah, y'all hang on, and then editing out about 5 minutes of me staring at the package trying to make it out. And Epi Speeds, Tammy, she always has her magnifying glass. She's like, yeah, I got my magnifying glass. So in honor of, I love Epi Speeds. So in honor of Tammy, I got myself a magnifying glass, a pretty one like her with a gold handle. So anyway, can't wait to get my magnifying glass. Then, y'all, this came in, forgot I ordered it, and got this in. It's e.l.f. Mad for Matte, and it is fabulous. Now, if you have a whole bunch of eyeshadow palettes like I do, like most of us do, if you're on a makeup channel, you know, you probably have a lot of eyeshadow. But there's a couple in here that I thought I think I paid $7 or $10 for this. e.l.f. Way to keep it drugstore. e.l.f. and Wet n Wild, their prices. If nothing else, I love that one color. It's like a gray taupe. It's a taupey gray. Love that color. And I wore this yesterday for the first part of this video, and these remind me of MAC shadows. They're easy to work with, great pigment, but they don't go on, you know, out of control like a whole lot, too soft. So I'm still on the hunt for more good drugstore eyeshadow palettes. I'd like to add maybe one more. You know, I just like to have a balanced collection. This may be balanced enough. I don't know. If you know a good one, let me know it. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put those down there. Product suggestions, I'm loving those. Y'all give me more good products that I love. So anyway, hope y'all are having a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.